Hello and welcome to the Dutching channel. It's Wednesday the 1st of May 2024 and it's approaching 25 past 8 in the morning, and we're going to do the selections today from Ascot. So there is a couple of non-runners that are in our betting races. Let me just have a look. There's the first one in the 250 Malk, that's a non-runner. And in the 325 Celsius. Well, that doesn't look too bad out there today, the Celsius. Maybe we're going to get some half decent weather at last. Right, so we're going to look at our betting races. Now remember, every horse has to have run at least 3 times. So when you go down to this 140, the reason I haven't backed in it is because of the bottom horse there only running twice. I like good averages, so this 2 miler in the 215, they're same old horses running, but you can see everyone's run at least 3 times. So what we're going to do, going to go into that race on our spreadsheet, move it along, and this is the order where I think they will finish. So we need to get some prices from the exchange. We normally use the matchbook only because it looks nice. That's the only reason for that. And this is only for information purposes. So what we do, we're going to go into the 215. That's our first betting race here. And our number 1 selection is Trushan. And the odds there, Trushan, Quickthorn, I don't even know, must have had that playing on my mind now, horse it will go and win now, you watch. So let's start again. We've got Quickthorn as our top selection. That's currently 5.8, and stakes of 17.24 would return us £100. And our second selection is Sweet William. That is favourite at 3.3, and stakes of £30.30 would return us £100, and that's not going to leave us very much. That £2.46 is going to be our maximum bet on our third horse, because we can't go over the £50 stakes. Otherwise, our top selections won't return £100. So we're going to look at the third horse and Coltrane. This is 3.75. Now, I know some people say to me, shouldn't you do this to £100 for every horse? Well, this is the better way of doing it. All right, starting from the top, you know these are going to be the selections in that order of finish, which is hopeful that that's going to happen. So you really need more on the top ones, and then when you come to the last one, whatever money you've got left is what you put on it, and take the SP. If that's only gonna give us somewhere in the region of about £9, so be it. We've got 2 running before it, and that would return us £100. So we'll do the result quickly. We'll do a recap on all of these anyway. In the 215 at Ascot, we've got Quickthorn and Sweet William. One of those 2 would return us £100, and Coltrane would be the lesser amount. We will give you the final breakdown of that at the end. And if you followed the channel over the last 3 days, you will see that we've had a mountain of winners. Even on the 2 days where we drew level, we had 40 bets and we had 20 winners, and we had 17 seconds. So that tells you you just needed another 1 to have won money and not come out level. And then yesterday we made a £254 profit, and again it was a good enough day. We had 4 losers, but every horse that lost was second, and I think we had 2 necks, a half a length and a length and 3/4, which isn't bad, but we are picking up now, so I'm hopeful that we're gonna have a good May. I know it can be famous last words, but we'll worry about that. Let's move into the 250 at Ascot. So we'll bring it up. The prices here. It's not a bad card there today, actually. And that's your non-runner there. That's Malk. So our top selection in the 250 is going to be Starlust. And Starlust, that's currently 7.2. Stakes of £13.89 would return you £100. El Bodon is our second selection. That is 6.4. And stakes of £15.63 would return us £100. And our third selection is Rosario. And Rosario, right down the bottom there, that's currently 20. Stakes of £5 would return us £100. And A Day in Devon is our next selection. That's currently 5.9. Now, when you get down to the end of these, you have to add the three up you've done so far. That comes to £34.51. Means we've only got £15.49 to spend. So we can't lay out £16.95. So we've got £15.49, and that will be our last bet, because those four there now will bring us stakes to £50. So in the 250, we've got Starlust, El Bodon and Rosario. One of those three would return us £100, and A Day in Devon would be the lesser amount. Into our third race. This is the 325. Again, you can see as I shift across with all the form that every horse has run at least 3 times. So into the 325 on Matchbook, and that was the non-runner there. That was Celsius. Glamorous Breeze is our top selection, and that's currently at 12. Stakes of £8.33 would return us £100. And our second selection is Watcher. And Watcher, that's currently 15. So stakes of £6.67 would return us £100. And our third selection is Almaty Star. Almaty Star, that's currently 8.8. And stakes of £11.36 would return us £100. And Burning Cash is number 4 selection, and that is 7.8. Stakes of £12.82 would return us £100. And Buckabay, yeah, I'll go Buckabay, I think. That's currently 5.1, but before we fill in the stakes there, let's see what our total was for the top 4. It was £39.18. That only leaves us £10.82, so we can't do the 1961 that's required. And those 5 bets there will stake £50. So in the 325 at Ascot, we've got Glamorous Breeze, Watcher, Almaty Star, Burning Cash. One of those 4 will return us £100, and Buckabay will return us the lesser amount. Yeah, if you go back to the last few days and look at how many top selections have won and the prices they've won at, you would have been in front, and you would have been for the last 2 or 3 weeks, to be honest, on that. Also, we had one yesterday that finished second and was 133. So I don't just pick the favourites, well, you can see that from this race. Sometimes it's just bad luck if they turn up, and if you like value, then I'm here for that as well. So into the 4 o'clock at Ascot. Our top selection here is Little Guff. And we'll get into the prices. And there's a non-runner here, so we'll just put the price of Little Guff in while we're here. That is currently 8.4. And stakes of £11.90 would return £100. The non-runner in this race at the bottom there is Jumbo, and Jumbo was our outsider anyway, so we can just delete that off from the bottom. Our second selection is Isle of Lismore, and Isle of Lismore is 11. Stakes of £9 and 9 would return us £100. And our third selection is Juicy, and Juicy currently at the top of the market there at 4.9. Stakes of £20.41 would return us £100. And so, you know, as you're coming down here, you can always add up as you go along. £41.40, £8.60 left as stake. Brave Nation is our next selection. This is 8.4. So as I was just saying, how much we had left. They want £11.90 on Brave Nation. We've only got £8.60, so that will be our final bet. And those four added together come to £50 stakes. So Ascot 4 o'clock, Lil Guff, Isle of Lismore and Juicy. One of those three would return £100, and Brave Nation would be the lower amount. And into our fifth race, which is the 5-10. And in the 5-10, our top selection there is Linden B. And that is the last race at Ascot as well. When I say it's our last race, I mean betting race. So Linden B, 46. Stakes of £2.17 would return £100. Assessment, this is 11.5, and stakes of £8.70 would return £100. Voltar is our third. That's joint favourite at the moment, currently on 5. Stakes of £20 would return £100. And Canoodled is our fourth selection. That's currently 10. So stakes of £10 would return £100. So far we've staked £40.87, so £9.13 is left. And Blue Light Bay is our next selection. This is 8.2. So £12.20, we know we haven't got that left. We've only got £9.13. So that would be our maximum stake for that horse in the 5-10. So that's £50 staked. Ascot 5-10, Linden B, Assessment, Voltar, Canoodled. One of those four would return us £100. And Blue Light Bay would be the lesser amount. So that's all of our 5 betting races done at Ascot. We're going to go back and just do a quick recap on these. So the first thing we'll do is bring the calculator out. For the 2.15, we've got Quickthorn and Sweet William. One of those two would return us £100. And we've got Coltrane, £2.46. times £3.75, this would return £9.22. It would be a loss, but don't forget we've got 2 running for us at full money. Then into our second betting race, this is the 2.50. We've got Starlust, El Bodon, Rosario. One of those 3 would return us £100, and A Day in Devon, £15.49 times the price of 5.9 would return £91.39, so that would be a good 4 horses there to return a proper amount. Into the third betting race, the 3.25 at Ascot, we've got 4 running for us here: Glamorous Breeze, Watcher, Almaty Star and Burning Cash. The other one we've got running for us is Bucker Bay, £10.82 stakes on this one, times 5.1 price, will return £55.18. So there will be your money back on it, a little bit of a profit, but more importantly, the money back. Into the fourth betting race, the 4 o'clock, we've got Lil Guff, Isle of Lismore, and Juicy. One of those three will return us £100. And Brave Nation, £8.60 stakes, times 8.4 for the price. That will return us £72.24, so there will be a profit in our full selection. And into our last race there, the fifth betting race, that's the 5:10 from Ascot. We've got 4 running for us: Linden B, Assessment, Voltar, and Canoodled. And our other selection is Blue Light Bay. That will be £9.13 stake, times 8.2 on the price, would return us £74.86. So there would be a profit on our fifth selection. So that's everything done at Ascot. The next one I'm going to look into doing is going to be Wolverhampton. I am doing Pontefract, Brighton and Kempton as well. I'm not doing over the sticks at Punchestown. I think you'll appreciate, with 25 runners in some of them, 17, 18, it is just too much for me to add on. They take so long to do. So these 5 flat meetings will be everything that will be going out there in the next hour or so. So we're going to start with the first one we've done there, which is Ascot. And I hope you get some winners today. And good luck to everyone who's having a bet.